Hey friends, Scott here. I'm a little under the weather, so I'll make this quick. But I read an article on LinkedIn about Meta cutting jobs. And what it boils down to is because of AI, they don't need as many people. So I thought I'd run that article through Google's new AI tool to see what discussion it put together. And this is interesting. AI talking about job cuts from AI and the dangers of it. Listen to this.
All right, so Meta's making headlines again. More layoffs, and like everyone's talking about it.
Yeah, this time feels different, doesn't it?
Totally. It's not just the cuts themselves, right? It's Instagram, WhatsApp, Reality Labs.
The core stuff, basically.
Exactly. Makes you wonder what's really going on. Luckily, we've got some good leads for this deep dive.
Oh, yeah. Let's hear it.
Well, mainly this LinkedIn post, Alex Heath, tech journalist over at The Verge, he dropped the news.
Okay, I know him. He's good. So what's the comment section saying?
Ah, that's the juicy part. Bunch of industry folks chiming in. Real behind-the-scenes vibes.
Always the best part. Unfiltered, right?
Totally. So there's this one comment, right? Jordan Thibodeau.
Wait, Thibodeau? Wasn't he at Google?
Yeah. And Slack, too. M&A HR, can you believe that? Talk about knowing layoffs firsthand.
Wow, so he must have some insights.
Right. So he asked this question right in the comments. He's like, any estimates on headcount? Bloodbath or scalpel?
Ooh, bloodbath versus scalpel. He went there. That's telling.
I know, right? Those are two very different scenarios.
Absolutely. If it's targeted, small scale.
Yeah.
That kind of suggests, they're being strategic, maybe trimming the fat a bit.
Right, like some teams just didn't work out maybe, or priorities shifted.
Exactly. But if this is another huge layoff, well, that paints a different picture.
Way different. Remember those massive layoffs, 2022, 2023?
How could we forget? 21,000 employees total. Just wow.
Bonkers. So are they trying to downplay it this time, you think?
Maybe.
Yeah.
But Heath, in the comments, he does add some context.
Oh, yeah. What'd he say?
He's saying these cuts seem more, targeted, linked to restructuring. Uses the phrase various reorgs.
Reorgs. So less about overall cuts, more like shuffling things around.
Right. Streamlining, consolidating, maybe even ditching some projects entirely.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But what does that mean for Meta long term, you think?
The million-dollar question. This could be them admitting the metaverse isn't panning out.
I mean, they've poured billions into it, right? And
Right.
It's not exactly setting the world on fire.
Exactly. So maybe this reorg is them going back to basics, focusing on what works.
Interesting. But then there's this other comment, throws a real curveball. Michael Spencer, AI expert. He chimes in with this whole connection between Meta's AI investments and the layoffs.
Oh, interesting. A lot of folks are making that connection.
He even links to an article, talks about this trend, AI pushing out jobs, especially in Silicon Valley. What do you make of that?
It's the elephant in the room, isn't it? It's not just factory robots anymore.
No kidding. AI is writing code, making marketing materials, things we thought only humans could do.
Exactly. It's
Yeah.
a whole new ballgame. And Meta, they're on the cutting edge, for better or worse.
So, should we all be panicking? Is this the beginning of the robot takeover, like in the movies?
I wouldn't say panic, but adapt, yes. The skills that matter today might be gone tomorrow.
So what? We all need to learn to code. Become AI whisperers or something.
Not necessarily. It's more about being flexible, constantly learning, being able to pick up new things quickly.
Okay, so it's not just about learning one specific skill. It's more like a way of thinking. Always be ready to learn something new.
Exactly. And notice how Meta's doing these reorgs, right? That kind of flexibility, being able to shift gears. That's what more and more industries are going to face.
Wow, so those LinkedIn comments, they weren't just about Meta. They're like a glimpse into the future of work for all of us.
Maybe. But hey, that's what makes these deep dives so interesting. Right?
Totally. You never know what you'll find lurking in the comments section.
And that's why you got to pay attention. Because sometimes those whispers, they're telling us more than we realize.
Truer words have never been spoken. All right, folks, that's a wrap on this deep dive. Until next time, keep your eyes peeled and your ears open.